Hey, IFBB Pro, Johnny O. Jackson here. You're now watching the Hardcore Truth with Johnny O. Jackson. Welcome in everybody this week to the Hardcore Truth. And this week, I want to talk about NPC shows and are we rewarding the athletes correctly? And what I mean about that is I had one of my um, athletes come over to me. I have a powerlifting meet coming up on May 14th. I had one of the athletes come over to me and ask me, Johnny, I read your posters and, I see every powerlifting meet you put on, you give away prize money. But also, I see you put on NPC shows and your bodybuilding shows, you never give away prize money. Why is that? So I was like, tell you the truth, to be honestly, I never really asked. We have rules and regulations in the NPC, how we run things. And so as a promoter, I follow those rules and regulations. So I never really dug into it and found out why we never gave away or why I never won prize money in NPC shows. It's just the way it always have been. And then you don't start to win prize money until you turn pro, obviously. So I never questioned it. And as a promoter, I never questioned it because it's actually better on my side as a promoter, to be honest, because I don't have to come up with prize money as well, just, trophies and, giveaways. So, I'm just wondering now if this is one way that the NPC will have to evolve in the near future. Will we eventually have to look at the fact that these shows are pretty expensive to enter, to register, $100 or so, tanning, $150 or so, depending on the show and the level of show it is. So the money really accumulates pretty fast for the athlete. So, would it be a bigger and better incentive for athletes if we actually gave away prize money to the winners? And even if it's the fact of, if it's, say a national level show and or not a national, or yes, a national level show, which I have, the Johnny O. Jackson Classic, which is August 27th this year, my 7th year. And like I said, it's the national qualifier. So even if the class winners, we pay them their entry fee into the nationals, that may be fair enough and, enough money right there where we're not stretching ourselves as promoters, money wise, but we're able to share, some of our profits and some of our winning, because we are winning when we, are blessed to be able to run our own show. I think it's truly a blessing. And thank you, Jim Mannion, for providing this for all of us. I truly appreciate it and hold my show up in high regard every year and make sure it's ran professionally and fairly for all the athletes. But still, like I said, earlier on, that I would have no problem with doing this. So, I wanted to use this week just to bring up this conversation because I know when I first started competing, and if I had, the incentive of if I won my class, I can win my registration money back, or a bit more than that, to help me out for my next show, or for my next supplement plan, or for my travel plans. I mean, or just for after the show, party or whatever, rewarding myself, having a little bit of cash in my pocket to celebrate. That's what I'm trying to get to celebrate my win. Any bit helps for sure. And having that incentive, you work a little bit harder, you want to win, you know what I mean? A little bit more, and you try a little bit harder. So, like I said, for some people, that monetary, you know, carrot, dangle in front of your face, does wonders and helps the motivation factor of getting in and getting the job done. But also, I just think it's fair. Like I said, it's pretty expensive getting ready for these shows. And maybe not the novice and open competitors, maybe not that level of competitor giving them prize money, but at least the national level competitors, you may want to think about that. If they won their class, to give them back their registration money, because that person if they reach the national level, hadn't have gotten that far, then they have invested a pretty good amount of money, into the sport already. And so, I think they deserve or would deserve, to win a little bit of monetary, um, reward to help them out. Like I said, with whatever they want to celebrate after their win, for the next show, the the for the next tanning, for whatever reason that they want. Who knows? We can think of a million of them, but just that, a fact of, that chance, would be huge. We all know right now on the college level, they're able to now finally, make sponsorship money and endorsement money, which is amazing and huge for them, because that's the difference in between a student maybe leaving college early to go into the pros. And, I mean, the survival there is very minute. So even you can make a lot of money your first 2, 3, 4 years, get injured, and then have to spend all that money on, getting yourself back healthy, or not getting educated on how to use your money, how to make your money make you money, and spend it all, and then at the end of all those contracts, you don't have anything left. It's easily done, that way. But the way they have it now, where college students can make some money, they can stay in college a little bit longer, get that education, get that degree, maybe not, follow through with their athletic career and go off and, what I mean, do whatever they desire to do, with whatever education they or degree they acquired, or of course stick with what they love and athletics and move on and be successful that way as far as they can. And then after that career is over, they're educated enough to land a great job, not worry, and continue on to live a good life. So, in saying that, we do have that, going on for us, because I'm a good example, because I got, picked up by Metrex before I turned pro. I won I think I told this story before. I won the junior nationals, the light heavyweight class at the junior nationals in '99. And Vince Andrich, which love the guy, still today, and call the guy a friend. He sought me out, and we talked, and he said he was impressed with not just the way I looked, but how I, talked to individuals, how I answered questions, how I helped when it was asked. And, he was interested in, an athlete that was, well rounded, just not just for looks. So, we decided to have a conference call that Monday. He called me, we talked, and by Wednesday I had a contract in the mail, and was signed on with Metrex. So, truly a blessing that was to meet him and, get on with Metrex. So we are able to get contracts and make money as amateurs, in that way, but not everybody is able to do that or in the right place at the right time. So, you know, is it better if we as promoters get together, decide, and it should be, each show, per promoter, if they decide this is what they want to implement in their show, I think they should be, able to do it. The ones that don't should be able to make that choice as well. It shouldn't be a mandatory thing, across the board, but, be a choice for each one of us. I think we'll get a really great response off of it. I don't think it'll take anything away because, and being a little bit of a devil advocate, for it, they say, it might take away a little bit of the edge of, the grinding, the grittiness of being an amateur, being able to profit, and being an amateur, not being able to profit, make you a little bit hungry. No, you have to get over this hump to actually, profit off of what you've been doing. But I don't think so. I think each individual is different. It may affect some people in that way, but I think overall, yeah, I think it would give most people incentives to, you know, I can make it. I know, when I first started competing, I was still in the military, and um, I only can afford tuna fish and cans of tuna fish or packages of tuna fish and Raisin Bran cereal. What I was dieting on, and pretty much maintained that through my first, 2 or 3 shows on that diet. It wasn't great, but it was what I can afford and kept me fueled up. So not all of us are able to sustain, what I mean, the things, you know, that we need to sustain at a high level, which is food, protein, that high quality food to, fuel up your body. Some of us have to adapt and use what we can afford and do what we know is best for ourselves, and get the job done. And, on the other side of it, hopefully be successful. The worst thing you can do is not do anything at all. So sometimes you got to use what's in front of you, and then go from there. Um, so it's all about the grind. It's all about, what you put into whatever you want to do is what you get out of it. Never forget that. But anyway, I just want to strike up this conversation about, maybe we should reward our athletes a little bit more by giving away prize money. Some promoters will like it, some promoters won't. I don't know. Me myself, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Once again, I'm gonna plug myself because I have the Johnny O Jackson Classic coming up August 27th, 2022. Will Rogers Auditorium in Fort Worth, Texas. The registration will be up the week of the May 15th. I'll have the registration up. So look for it on jojfitness.com. You can go there and register up. Vendors, sponsors, I'm looking for you guys. So hopefully you guys jump in and join in, and, have this 7th year of the Johnny O Jackson Classic be the best. And so guys, comment in, let me know what you think about giving prize money away to NPC competitors, not waiting to get to the IFBB, but actually rewarding them now. How much that would help? What do you think about it? I like, dislike, like I said, comment, share. Johnny O Jackson, thanks for being here. Got the guns out a little bit. It's hot here in Texas. It's getting hot up in here. We'll see you next time.